What happens when the strongest hero falls? When a man who gave everything to save the world is left with nothing but regret? In the final battle, Kim Sung-in sacrificed himself to defeat the Demon King, thinking his story was over. But fate had other plans. The screen fades from black, revealing a desolate battlefield. The sky, once a vibrant blue, is now shrouded in a thick haze of smoke. Kim Sung-in, the world's strongest hero. For years, he was humanity's last hope, sacrificing everything in his fight against the forces of darkness. But even the strongest heroes face their reckoning. His journey, one of endless struggle, has come to an end. Or so he believes. The camera zooms in on Kim Sung-in, his armor torn and scorched. His once invincible frame is now a broken shell of its former self. The Fenrir monster, a beast of unimaginable size, towers over him. Its teeth gleam like mountains of death. The battle was lost and the final cost was too great to bear. Kim Sung-in struggles to lift his head, but his strength is fading fast. His vision blurs, and the roar of the monster fades into nothingness. But is this truly the end? The scene shifts abruptly. A new world greets him, one far from the darkness he once knew. The chaos of battle and death fades into the background. He was laying on the ground with some boys hovering over him. Where is he? This is no battlefield. Kim Sung-in has been sent back to a time before the war, before the Demon King, before his very death. But what does this mean? Why is he here in a world so far removed from the darkness he fought? His eyes scan the unfamiliar faces around him. The first boy laughs and teases Kim Soo-hyun, asking why he fainted all of a sudden, mentioning that they thought he had died. Kim Sung-in stares at them, his mind racing. Kim Soo-hyun? His name is Kim Sung-in. Who are these people? Why are they calling him by another name? One of the boys takes a step forward, ready to give him a light shove, but before he can, Kim Sung-in reaches out and grips his wrist with surprising strength. It's a swift motion, practically effortless. The boy freezes mid-step, eyes wide in shock. Kim Sung-in's grip is firm and he holds him in place. The other boy stumbles back, his jaw hanging slightly open, unsure of what just happened. For a split second, it looks like Kim Sung-in might do something more, with those boys in front of him acting like he's some sort of ghost. Just then, the distant sound of a police siren cuts through the awkward tension. The boys, clearly realizing they've overstayed their welcome, turn and flee, shouting over their shoulders. Kim Sung-in watches them scatter, his mind still reeling from the confusion. His heart pounds in his chest and he struggles to process everything that's unfolding around him. His eyes fall on something on the ground. A mobile phone. He picks it up, inspecting it with curiosity, the unfamiliar object giving him a strange sense of déjà vu. The phone looks ancient, almost relic-like, as if it's from another time. As he stares at the screen, his reflection catches his eye. He freezes, his heart pounding in his chest. The face staring back at him is not the face of the battle-worn hero who once saved the world. It's the face of a younger man, one who hasn't yet been scarred by the horrors of war. Year 2042. The world had come to an end. Dungeons began appearing in cities across the globe, releasing monsters that ravaged humanity. The screen flickers briefly, showing glimpses of Kim Sung-in's final moments and the aftermath of the battle. Kim Sung-in sits disoriented in the police station. The officer asks for his name and age, but his mind is racing, unable to process the question. He glances at the calendar on the wall, shocked to see that the year reads 2022. His memories flood back, battles, monsters, and the world's end. But this doesn't make sense. The officer scribbles down his details, sarcastically questioning his confusion, but Kim Sung-in remains lost. He shakes his head, trying to focus. But nothing about this world feels right. As Kim Sung-in spirals, a woman's voice breaks through his thoughts. She rushes toward him, worry in her eyes, asking why he's at the police station. For a moment, he wonders if this is the mother of the boy whose body he now inhabits. Her touch feels strangely comforting as she pulls him outside, gently speaking to him. But Kim Sung-in feels disconnected from it all. As they walk, the silence around them becomes unsettling. Kim Sung-in's instincts, honed over years of battle, begin to flare. Something feels off, but he can't pinpoint it. A tense silence falls over the street, the air thick with an unnatural stillness. His instincts, honed over years of fighting monsters, immediately flare to life. His eyes narrow, every sense on high alert. He steps forward, He doesn't know what's out there, but his instincts tell him to protect. Then, from the shadows, the creature emerges, a massive, snarling wolf, its eyes glowing with malevolent intent. Its breath comes in heavy, ragged bursts, sending chills through the air. Kim Sung-in's breath catches in his throat, his body frozen for a moment. It's happening again. The outbreak, the rise of monsters, has begun. But this time, he is no longer the strongest hero. He is a man in a young body, weakened by time, unfamiliar with this world and its dangers. Nevertheless, he got into the action. The first two wolves fall, but his energy is quickly drained. His body struggles to keep up with his instincts. The third wolf, larger and more vicious, lunges with brutal force. His body is too slow to react. Just as the wolf's jaws snap at him, a blur of motion surprises him. His new mother, with an unexpected strength, rushes forward and stabs the creature in the neck, and Kim Sung-in's breath catches. For the first time, Kim Sung-in realizes that this woman, this new mother, isn't just a helpless bystander. She's strong, stronger than he expected. She's a fighter too. The screen fades, the night still heavy in the air as Kim Sung-in carries his unconscious mother into their home. Kim Sung-in gently sets her down on the bed. He watches her, still unconscious, and something stirs inside him, a storm of emotions, anger, helplessness, confusion. His frustration boils over. His mind is a whirlwind of thoughts, of self-doubt and anger at the vulnerability he now feels. He looks down at his hands, once capable of incredible feats of strength, and now weak. He feels powerless. But as Kim Sung-in stands there, lost in his thoughts, the world around him begins to change once again. A new door to his future opens, a door to the abyss, a place where only the strongest survive, a place where demons are tortured for eternity. Suddenly, a dark portal begins to form before him, swirling with ominous energy. The air grows heavy, charged with an unnatural force. He steps forward, determination in his eyes. He reaches out toward the abyss, the darkness calling to him. His mind is made up. If he has to descend into hell itself to regain his strength, so be it. The abyss. A tower of trials where the bravest souls are tested. The trials are not just tests of strength, but of will. To succeed is to earn the right to be awakened once more. The trials will push him beyond his limits, and with every step forward, Kim Sung-in will face a choice. Will he conquer the abyss, or will he fall victim to its horrors? Kim Sung-in stands before the abyss door, his heart racing. He enters without hesitation. The door slams shut behind him, and the darkness envelops him entirely. The trials have begun. With each level he clears, his power will grow. But the challenges ahead are more than mere obstacles. They are the very demons he must face. The question remains, is this the path to salvation, or will it be his undoing? His voice, steady and unwavering, fills the empty space around him as he makes his choice. Choosing the hardest path, he knew it was the only way to truly regain his power. The higher the risk, the greater the reward. Kim Sung-in's surroundings blur as he is thrust into the first trial. The ground trembles beneath him, and in the distance, he hears a voice, a desperate cry for help. The stranger was crying, asking for help helplessly. Kim Sung-in's instincts kick in, his body moving despite its weakness. As he rounds a corner, he sees a man surrounded by wolves, their eyes glowing with ferocity. The man is trembling, helpless. Without thinking, Kim Sung-in charges in, his gaze unwavering. The wolves turn toward him, growling in hunger, but he doesn't hesitate. With a swift movement, Kim Sung-in draws a weapon. The first wolf lunges at him, but he slams it aside with a powerful strike. The second follows, but this time he's faster, stronger. The last wolf approaches with a vicious snarl, but Kim Sung-in slashes through it effortlessly, his strength returning with each kill. The glowing interface appears once again, signaling the success of his trial. Trial cleared, level 10. The trials are just beginning, and only one thing is certain. He will not stop. Not until he has reclaimed his power. Not until he has protected what he loves. What do you think will happen next? Will Kim Sung-in conquer the abyss, or will the trials prove too much for him? Comment below and let us know your thoughts. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.